coming back and hearing me out. Remember, don't focus like I did so hard on that number on the scale. Just actually see your body, see his change happening. And I guarantee you that'll be What is up, everybody? Man, good to be back. Good to be back with the family, back in better spirits, back in just a mode to where I feel like I can talk to you guys. I was a little down on myself last week because I wasn't really feeling like I was taking care of myself and really putting out there information that was true to what I was doing. But as always, I had good people around me to talk to me, to help me out, to help me understand that the number on the scale isn't everything. And that's what I have to keep in mind. And that's just so you're aware, guys, this journey is a journey for myself as well as me educating you. So I'm hoping that you guys will find the true path of like me getting to my final goal and me showing you my ups and downs. Like, it's very hard for me to post the fact that my weight wasn't dropping each and every week and something like that. It's very hard for me to admit the fact that I eat late at night and I snack and I can't seem to control that because I think there's just literally something where I have an addiction to, like, I don't know, I'm not making an excuse, but my lack of willpower, whatever it may be, like call a spade. But right now, I mean, all those things are very difficult for me. So, and that's like what I'm saying. That's some of the things that I don't really see on other channels. And I'm not really saying these channels are bad, but everything in their world seems to just work out. And for me, it's just more important for me to explain that it doesn't always just work out for your normal day-to-day person. I haven't even gotten into the family side of things. I haven't even gotten into the work side of things. Like, I literally have an hour and a half to work out during the day, and then I work all day, and then I have to spend time with my daughter, spend time with my wife, and then during the nighttime is when I can edit or shoot or whatever. The only reason I'm able to film right now during the daytime is because my family's going out for a walk right now, so my daughter can get a little exercise outside. So I had a very, very sad story, and look how mopey I look. I'm like, But one thing that's very important that I have to get through to myself, that I also want to portray to you guys, is that the number isn't everything on the scale. I am actually seeing changes in my physical body. So that is also a portion of your journey. So yeah, you might, when you have a lot of fat on your body, you might just see weight just fly right off of your body. That is something that I was seeing from January to pretty much early May. Like, weight was just shedding off me. I was 290 pounds, and now I'm like right at that 255 to 260. I'm just fluctuating up and down there. And I've kind of hit a plateau, understandably, because right now my body is getting used to the workouts, but also my nutrition is where it's really going to need to take over from this point, because at the current moment, my physique is changing. I am starting to notice that I have abs a little bit. I do have a little muffin top on my body, but that is something that I know that I can correct. So yeah, I think that's something that I would like to make sure that I get across, is that we need to pay less. I need to pay less attention to that number dropping. Although I do want it to drop. I do have a goal of I'm hitting around 210, 220, like just so where I feel more comfortable with how the size that I am matched with my height. So I can also have the ultimate goal of just being able to maintain that and keep that type of weight, because there's going to be a time when my daughter's going to want to go running like 20 years from now, and I want to be available to her, making sure that something crazy doesn't happen along the way. So it's been a crazy year, so nothing is impossible. But while I can, I think one of the things that I want to make sure I'm focusing on is putting less emphasis on the number on the scale and making sure that I'm showing you guys the journey that they're on right now. Is you need to focus on the scale if you have like an excess amount of fat. But I have to be honest with myself, and people are being honest with me, like on the outside, my outside influences, they're letting me know like I do have muscle on my body. Like there is some muscle here on me, and I know that it's not as defined, but there is definitely a lot of muscle, and muscle is harder to lose and transform than fat. So that is something that I also have to keep in mind. And as I'm trying to really transform a very broad, big muscular / fat body, I'm trying to narrow that down to a more lean and kind of your average body type, just so I can make sure that my joints and everything are safe from any type of future injuries that come within your 40s and 50s. So that is essentially kind of, my mood is better, and I want to make sure that I'm projecting the right type of energy for you guys, because it's very important for me to let you guys know that I am working, I'm taking this seriously, and this is just my journey and everything that's going to go along with it. I'm feeling more confident behind the camera, so I'm able to talk and less about me stuttering. So a lot of these things are getting better, and I appreciate all the feedback that I've been getting in the comments. I know last week's post wasn't maybe the most uplifting, so I noticed a dip in my numbers or whatever, but totally fine. Like this week, I'm bringing back the right energy. I'm going to come and make sure that I'm showing you guys, and if you guys notice, the workouts are just as intense. I'm trying to make sure that I'm hitting the entire sets of those workouts, not cutting them short. If they're 45 seconds long per exercise, that I'm not shutting it down at 25 seconds and resting until the next one. So really trying to make sure I'm pushing myself through the entire thing. A lot of that's coming from it. So very hopeful, very happy with the progress that's going on. If the weigh-in this week ends up being a similar number, but hopefully a little bit less, I'll be happy with it, because I am seeing a physique change, and I do know the steps that I need to take, but time is the thing. My goal isn't for me to lose this weight by tomorrow. My goal is for me to have this by the end of the year, hopefully. And I know that's still an aggressive goal. Losing 100 pounds in a year, essentially 80 pounds in a year, is still an aggressive goal when your main focus isn't fitness. Like my main focus isn't fitness. I have, like I said, I already went through the whole thing, the gamut of things that I have to do. That's not like 100, so with all that factored in, I still have to maintain my mental peace, as well as an organized schedule with what I'm doing. So thank you guys for your time. I really appreciate you coming back and hearing me out. Remember, don't focus like I did so hard on that number on the scale. Just actually see your body, see this change happening. And I guarantee you that'll be your motivation to better your diet, to make sure you're watching the foods that are going to your body, and that you're actually starting to measure and use MyFitnessPal. Use those different apps that'll help you out in terms of tracking what you need to do if you have hit that kind of plateau phase like I'm currently in right now. I think it'll be very helpful. All right, guys, thank you so much for your time, and I'm out. That's it. Love you.